G'day Ashley and welcome to Tamworth.
G'day, how you going? Yeah, thank you very much. It's good to be back down here again.
Ashley, whereabouts did you spend your childhood or you grew up?
Yeah, well, I grew up in a little town of Monto there at the North Burnett, around central Queensland, and on a dairy farm, so I've always been on the land, and now we're living in Balladeer, which was just over the hill more or less in central Queensland, so yeah, we haven't moved too far.
At what age did you learn to play the guitar and who were your early influences in that particular time?
Yeah, well, I got the urge to learn the guitar from primary school teacher actually, and I always grew up with country music being played on the radio. Mum and Dad always had it going. They had it going in the dairy, and it was always around me. So I ended up going to get lessons for about grade 4, and it all started from there. And just love of country music, and yeah, it's always been a part of our family, really.
Now Ashley, I read that your family did a bit of travelling where you performed in various places.
That's right. With the 3 kids now, they love the music as well, and we used to travel around and do a lot of just competition up in Queensland and at the festivals, and got to know a lot of people up through there, and yeah, we've been doing festivals for a while now as a family, and yeah, until we made the break and started coming down to Tamworth.
Now getting back to the earlier days, now after school, what did you do?
After school, well, I left school at 14. I'm a butcher by trade, so I went straight out and got a trade, and as I said, always been on the land, and always loved the cattle and machinery, and yeah, so you know, always been working actually. So yeah, and now I'm actually also a plant operator in one of the coal mines up in central Queensland. So yeah, I keep a busy life at the farm.
And Ashley, have you won any awards before your career kicked off in Tamworth?
Yeah, I'd taken out quite a few awards at festivals around Queensland and that, and started to get a bit of a name generated in the country music circles. So yeah, it was kind of a stepping stone. So when we come to Tamworth, it just carried on from there, really.
Now I like your bush ballad songs.
Thank you.
Now, but why bush ballads?
Well, I grew up with the likes of listening to Slim Dusty and Buddy Williams, and being a part of the land and that, I can really feel the songs and the stories behind them, and I feel the way things are going now, we've got to keep our traditional stuff alive, and because there's a lot of good stories, and it's all about history. I think when I was at school I didn't learn much about history, but since I've been doing bush ballads I've learned a lot of Australian history, and it's in the songs, and that's why I do them, because I just feel them, you know.
Now a lot of bush ballads, and there are a lot of great bush ballads out there, they always seem to do covers of Slim Dusty, yet you did a whole album of Buddy Williams. Why Buddy?
Well, on my second album, Beneath the Queensland Moon, it was a song of Buddy's. My producer Lindsay Butler said, I think you'd like to have a go at this song. It was called Beneath the Queensland Moon, and putting that song on the album, it opened a new door for me. A lot of people said you should do more of Buddy's songs, because he's got such a big collection of songs. So on our third album we decided to do a tribute album to Buddy Williams, and it's been a great thing for me, and each album that I've been doing, you know, we try and put a Buddy Williams song on just to keep that tradition going.
Now here in Tamworth, I believe it's here in Tamworth, Ashley, you made the grand finals in the Bush Balladeers Star Quest. What happened next?
Well, yeah, I was lucky to get runner-up in 2003 and 2004 actually, so we didn't quite crack the number 1, but it was very good for me, and it opened a lot of doors, and I was noticed by Lindsay Butler at a competition that I took out the Bush Ballad Award for Drover Music, and he kind of got in contacted with me after we got home and said, would you like to put a song on an album that he was putting together in a tribute to Slim Dusty, The Music Lives On. And well, I think I was down in Tamworth before he even put the phone down. It was just something that, yeah, a dream come true, and that's where it all started. I did that single, and it was a Stan Costa song that Slim recorded on a rodeo album called The Battle with the Roan. And since we've done that song, we've also put a film clip together for that song too, which is on my DVD. So yeah, it's been really good.
And Ashley, how many CDs have you released to date?
I've got 5 under my belt at the moment, so and we're working on a number 6. So we've got 5, and we've got working on a new one plus the DVD that I've got out at the moment. So yeah.
And can you nominate which album really stands out the most?
Number 4 is a good one, Highways of the Great Outback, and but number 5, I travelled a little bit with Brian Young, and I got to know Youngie really well, and he's got a great selection of songs, and the number 5 album was a tribute to Brian Young, and it was all of his songs, and it's been going really good for me too as well, so I'm pleased I did that one too.
And your musical career is becoming quite a family tradition now.
It is, yeah, it is. You know, the family always comes with us, and we're in a big family with the LBS group as well, you know, and I feel that country music's about the family, and it's just a thing that I love doing with the family. It's great.
And how many songs have you written yourself?
Well, I get asked that quite a lot because I'm not a songwriter. Yeah, I co-wrote a couple of songs with people, and might put a tune to a poem or something like that. But I've got quite a collection of songwriters that always send me material, and I live a pretty busy life, so I have trouble just settling down and trying to write a song. So I reckon I'll leave it up to the experts, and if I can, yeah, do their songs justice, well, it's all good, I reckon.
And to sum it off, Ashley, what would be your biggest achievement to date?
Biggest achievement? Gee, I don't know. Well, you know, travelling with the LBS group, I'm part of their travelling show now. I play bass as well as do the Bush Ballads in the show, and that's a dream for me really, because when I was a kid growing up, I used to do a few instrumentals and that around the country music circuits, and I idolised Lindsay, and to meet him and to travel with him and to be on the stage with him is a great achievement for me, I feel, and it's something yeah, I'll cherish forever really. But yeah, also just meeting so many great people in the country music circle too, it's been really good for me. So and you know, you pick up a few awards along the way, well, they're a bonus, but to get someone to come out of the crowd and buy one of your CDs, that's makes you really feel good. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with everything.
And Ashley, where could people get in contact with you to purchase these CDs? Yeah,
well, I've got a website, and also through LBS Music, so. But yeah, people can just give us a ring, and we can have a chat, and I can sign it for them and put it in the post and send it to you. So that's the best way.
And what is your website?
www.ashleycook.com.au.